everyone, welcome and thank you for joining us this week.
What have you been up to? We want to hear about it.
Comment on this video and let us know your favorite thing that you got to do this week.
I've just been, cruising around a little bit and looking at the... I almost hit a squirrel. Those are tricky little guys.
We've come up with a few snack hacks for you. Check this out.
Hello world. I'm going to make a quarantine snack hack. It's going to be amazing. I'm going to make a s'more. But it's going to be a little different than traditional s'mores. You're going to have to bear with me on this. All right, so here are my ingredients so far. Here's the graham cracker. I'm just going to cut that in half and make it work. Nutella, because honestly Nutella is better than chocolate. And then there was no marshmallow. And Cool Whip was an option, but I figured sour cream would be more fun. Anyway, it would also balance the chocolate, So stay tuned for the final product. All right, so progress report. This I have mashed and pressed the piece of bread into a vague, hopefully hard cracker-like crusty thing. I have spread the Nutella chocolate, and now all we have left to do is the sour cream. So I'm just going to switch hands on the camera and then get that going. Okay, look at that. That looks like a melted marshmallow. I feel like anyway. Okay. Oh. Come on, Chrissy, gotta be. Okay. There we go. Perfect. I think that works. All right. Now all there's left to do is to piece it together and then eat the final product. I'm very excited. I feel like this totally works. I think this is a complete substitute for a... Look at that! You can see the layers. Oh, kind of. Yeah, that totally looks like a s'more. The Nutella's good at any rate. All right, so it is time for me to eat my delicious s'more creation. I'm very excited about it. I think it's going to be good. I think the tartness of the sour cream is going to delightfully balance out the sweetness of the chocolate. I think the fact that the bread is a little soft, I think that's going to make it nice and mushy. I think it's just going to be a wonderful experience. I'm so excited. Okay. I'm actually not upset. This isn't bad. It's not good, but it's not bad. I would not mind eating the second bite. I'm straight up about to finish this whole thing. This was a success. I actually liked this. I don't know. This was so good. There you go. Quarantine, snack hack, s'more edition.
What's up, HC kids? We are here for some quarantine snack hacks. So today I have a special surprise I'm gonna make for you. For this you need Flamin' Hot Cheetos. I got the party size here. It has to be Flamin' Hot Cheetos. And dill pickles. Doesn't matter what kind it is, just make sure you get the whole dill. So what you want to do is you actually want to take your Cheetos, and we want to get them crushed up nice and fine. So I've got a little Ziploc bag about right there, and I'll get it down here so you can see it. But you want to crush up your hot Cheetos as much as you can. Make sure you don't break the bag. If you have a coffee grinder, that would probably work as well. I don't want to wash the coffee grinder after doing it. I don't know if we even have one. I think we do. But once you've got it all crushed up, as you can see, I made a little hole in there. You're gonna take one of your pickles. Got one right here. And let's see. You're gonna want to cut it, so I'm gonna cut it. You're not gonna be able to see it. This is one of my, I like this treat because I love fried pickles. And so even though it's not quite a fried pickle, it's gonna be nice and crunchy, just like a fried pickle. But take your pickle, drop them in there, and you can actually drop all of them in there, and we'll get them completely covered with the flaming hot Cheeto powder. What I'm gonna do, I've got it all in there. I'm gonna do it over the sink, just in case there is a hole in the bag. I don't make a huge mess, and I don't have to clean up a bunch later. As you can see, we have a hot Cheeto covered pickle, and so good. Hope you enjoyed it. Try it out at home. We'll see you later.
This week, we put out a little challenge to a few of our friends.
Challenge. Challenge.
And I think it's something that's not going away anytime soon. It might even be something you want to try with your family at home. Or maybe not. Or maybe.
Duck Hunt. The game where if you hear those words, you have to turn into a duck and hide as quickly as possible.
Duck hunt.
Quack, 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 quack.
Duck Hunt.
Quack, 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 quack. Quack. Duck hunt.
Quack, 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 quack.
Duck Hunt.
Duck hunt.
Quack, quack, quack.
Duck Hunt.
Quack, 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 quack,
Hello and welcome to Shoutouts with Steven, where I take your shoutouts that you submitted and I am going to shout out some names. And it looks like there were a little bit of requests or questions that were put on here, so I'm going to go through those. For those of you who are familiar, we put out the call a few weeks ago to submit requests for shoutouts. So, right, first on our list, we've got Patrick, Raylan, Shelby, and I know that our older sisters are probably watching as well. Rachel and Stephanie, shout out to you five. Hope you guys are doing well and having fun, staying safe. Next, we have Kara, and Kara loves the Mr. Krabs voice. If only I had someone here who knew how to help me with it. Oh wait, I do. Mr. Krabs in the flesh. What's up, Mr. Krabs? Give me some. Boom. All right, Mr. Krabs is here. He's going to show us how to laugh. So whenever you're ready, go for it. He must be a little camera shy. All right, I'm going to give it my best go, and then we'll see if he approves or not. All right, so he kind of goes, I've heard it described as you're saying egg, but a bunch of times really fast and kind of with a scratchy voice. So egg, 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 egg. I'm not good at impressions, but how do you think I did? All right, moving on. Our next shout out is for Christian, who says he can do more jumping jacks than Pastor Chris. So, while Pastor Chris is not here at the moment, maybe he'd like to chime in at some point, but I have gone through the trouble of recreating, with my artistic ability, a rendition of Pastor Chris that we can kind of use to see how many jumping jacks he would be able to actually do. So here is my little rendition here. He's got the 2 arms and 2 legs. Obviously, you don't need a head for jumping jacks. Kind of don't. So we're going to see here. Just pull up my knees here. Here we go. Let's see how many jumping jacks Pastor Chris can. Right here. All right, 1. And I mean, the evidence is pretty clear. Good on you, Christian. All right, next we have Izzy. All right, what's up, Izzy? Izzy says she loves watching. Awesome, Izzy. We love putting out content for you to watch. Our next one goes out to Isaac. Isaac says hi. What's up, Isaac? How are you doing? I hope you're having a good time staying inside, staying safe. Hope you're managing to have fun. All right, next we've got Autumn and Chase. How's it going, guys? I hope you're doing well. Hope you're having fun. And then lastly, we have another Autumn. And Autumn says to do a dance or a dab. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for you to witness the greatness that is me dabbing. So I hope you're ready. I hope that you have the screenshot button ready in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Make sure you keep up to date with our videos so you'll know when the next time if we do something like this again, you'll know how to get yourself shouted out. And yes, I am wearing a Monsters University jacket. That is actually where I graduated college. Thank you very much for asking. It was a great time. Alright, thank you very much for tuning in to Shoutouts with Steven.
Hi HC Kids. Welcome to another edition of Fun in the Kitchen with Tom. I am Tom and I'm here today to kind of go over our message for the week and share some really interesting stuff that I've learned. As far as our message goes, as you know, we've been talking about being humbled and having humility and putting others first before us, not because we feel like we deserve something, but because we're trying to act as if Jesus did. And so today we're talking about is what if you thought you understood something, you thought you understood the way something worked, but then you realized you were completely wrong about that. There's a great story in the Bible in the book of Luke that tells us about that, and I have some great examples of that too, because in this quarantine, in this time of being by ourselves in our homes with our family, I have spent more time in the kitchen, and hence this Fun in the Kitchen with Tom, because I have learned so much stuff that I am enjoying sharing with you all the things I've learned. So not only are we going to learn a little bit about the Bible today, I'm also going to show you some of this amazing stuff I've learned and pass it along to you for your own use. So it's a multi-purpose video today. I'm very excited about it. I have learned, first of all, that in the kitchen you work a lot and you move around a lot, and sometimes you get an itchy back. So they have these really cool back scratchers that they have right in the kitchen, and all kitchens have them. And what you do is, if you got an itchy back, you just take this back scratcher and you got to get right in there and just start. No. Oh, okay, all right, Nathan needed to use that. That's okay. But another thing I learned is that hold on. Sorry, I got something in my eye. I got it. Well, I wasn't going to show you this, but they have these tweezers that if you get something in your eye, you just kind of wait. Well, okay. Well, you know, they're kind of big tweezers. I think they're like for people with bigger eyes. I feel like I'm doing my best with that. But one of my things that I've have a little list of complaints, and that's one of them, is the tweezers are just too big. But effective nonetheless. But another thing I've learned in the kitchen is that sometimes you get a little like dance crazy, you know, and you gotta like break out into song or break out into music. And in some kitchens, they have these maracas that you can use, and then when you're ready to get into some song, you just kind of start shaking and moving along. So you know, no. Okay then. So, so please keep in mind. So we have maracas, we have tweezers, we have back scratchers, all these things that you just think the kitchen's for food. It is not just for food. There's fun stuff going on in here. Fun stuff. The last thing I wanted to show you is something I think is I like high-powered stuff. I like big, like manly things, like things that make a lot of noise. And what we have here is this glass container, and it's got these blades on the bottom of it. Very sharp. Don't play with the blades. But what we do is we take our silverware. So I've got forks and spoons and such, and we put them in here, and then what this is a silverware. It's a silverware cleaner, it's a silverware cleaner. I'm just showing them the silverware cleaner.
No.
Anyways, before I was so rudely interrupted, you can actually clean silverware without having to put it in the dishwasher. But I guess we'll just have to save that for another time too. So moving on to our Bible story a little bit. In the book of Luke, Luke 24:13-35, it talks about people reacting to Jesus dying. So this is after Jesus dies on the cross, and everybody sees it. And some of the followers of Jesus, everybody that was following Jesus really thought like he was the Messiah. He was going to be the savior of us all. And what they realized after he died, or what they thought they realized, is that he wasn't the Messiah. They were waiting for these signs and wonders, and they were waiting for him to actually like beat the bad guys, and he didn't. They see him laying on the cross, or not laying, but hanging on the cross, not with us anymore, and they were distraught. They watched him be buried, and so they're walking along, and they're just they're bummed out. Like, oh, what a bummer, man. And then somebody starts walking along them and starts kind of having chatty conversation with them, and the somebody ends up being Jesus, but he disguised himself so they didn't recognize who he was. And I think that's kind of cool. That's actually on my bucket list of things to do. Is I want to get a mask, and I want to just like walk up to people while I'm wearing the mask, and so they don't recognize it's me, and just start talking to them and ask them like, what do you think of this Tom guy? Like, how cool do you really think he is? And as they're like talking about how cool and how awesome I am, I just want to take off the mask and be like, it's me, and just kind of that. Then they'd be like, hey, So on my list of things to do, but of course I can't do it while we're in quarantine. But as soon as quarantine's over, I'm gonna get myself a mask. So if you see a dude with a mask come up to you on the streets and just start talking to you, don't be afraid. It's probably me. So anyways, Jesus he's hidden himself, and he's talking. He's drawing out of the people what's troubling them, and they're explaining to Jesus, not knowing it's Jesus, that they're just bummed that the guy who they thought was going to be the Messiah ends up just being a regular guy. And what Jesus had to do is he finally, once he figured this out, what was going on, he revealed himself to them, and he said, hey, guess what? It's me. And it freaked them out. It got them all excited, and then they went on, and the pastor ends up explaining how this group goes on and talks to, spreads that word to Jesus' disciples, and spreads it to many people, like, hey, Jesus is alive, it's so cool, like he totally appeared in our conversation, and they were all excited about it. So what they thought they understood about who the Messiah was and what would happen and why Jesus was here, what they thought they understood, they didn't understand. What they thought they understood about Jesus dying for us and for our sins, they didn't understand that he would actually die and then come back from the dead. So our bottom line this week is there's always more to discover about God's plan. So even if you call yourself a Christian, if you've said the ABC prayer that you admit that you make mistakes and that you don't always do things the way you're supposed to, if you believe that God has sent Jesus as God in the flesh to die on the cross for our sins, and then you see in that prayer ABC, commit to following your life and living your life according to Him. You say those three things in prayer. We call ourselves a Christian. Okay. So even if you've said that prayer, and even if you've said that prayer and participated in a believer's baptism, even if you've done those things, doesn't mean that we know everything there is to know about God's plan. We can still learn so much more about God's love for us and how He wants us to love others and love Him and spread that word. There's so much that we can learn. I've been learning about Jesus my whole life, and I still learn so much. It's amazing all the things we can learn. All the things we can learn. So, case in point, my time in the kitchen. I've been in kitchens my whole life. And I'm telling you, I've learned more about kitchens this last month than I have my entire life before. I hope to share more of the things I've learned, but there are certain things that my family is kind of worried about. They say like I've got a little bit more to learn. There are these really, really sharp, pointy things that I thought were really, really cool, but they said that I'm not allowed to touch those yet. So I'll figure that out. I'm sure it's just there's maybe some kind of lines I have to memorize or chants I have to do or a song or dance I have to do, and then I can get the sharp pointy things back. But for right now, I'm not allowed to use any of those. As a matter of fact, they cut my food for me before dinner, which is really nice of them. Really nice of them. But I'm still I've still got a lot to learn. So I got a lot to learn about this kitchen thing that I've spent my whole life being around, but never really got into. So I don't know about you, but I am thankful for quarantine. I am thankful for this time that I get to spend with my family. I hope you're enjoying the time you get to spend with yours. And I hope we've learned something today. Learned something about discovering more about God's plan. That there's always more to learn. And I hope that if you ever feel the need to dance in your kitchen, that you'll find your own color-coded maracas and enjoy yourself with those. So, all right, guys, I've had lots of fun with you today. I hope you guys have fun too. Have a great day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye now.
Hey, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like and comment on this video. Subscribe to our channel. We would love to be a part of your routine. We love you, we are for you, and we hope you have a great day.